President Uhuru Kenyatta yesterday addressed the nation. And today, the president, in his own wisdom, addressed the Kikuyu nation. And that address by President Uhuru Kenyatta to the Kikuyu nation is already generating a lot of heat in this country. Because there are those who believe that President Uhuru Kenyatta, as the head of the nation, should actually be the symbol of national unity of this country. While there are those who believe that the president was just in order to address the Kikuyu nation. So I want us to look at some of the reactions, and then I give my own opinion on what I think, on why I think the president was just right to address the Kikuyus in Kikuyu language. First of all, let us just go to this address by president was actually communicated to the nation through their official Twitter handle, which is Status Kenya. And it announced that President Uhuru Kenyatta is currently live on Inooro, Cooro, and Kameme radio stations to sensitize Kenyans on COVID-19. Personally, I don't have any problem with the president addressing the nation on this particular matter. And then I read I went and checked on Mutahi Ngunyi, what he posted. Because Mutahi Ngunyi basically normally speaks for the system. And Mutahi Ngunyi Mutahi Ngunyi posted this. Uhuru addressed the country in English yesterday. What more will he tell you in English that you did not? Let him appeal to his constituency in a language they feel. Kikuyu. And if he does not like it, he can sit on a pin, period. That's Mutahi Ngunyi. Although I found him addressing Ndi in a very derogatory manner, but the fact of the matter is the president addressed Kenyans yesterday. And today he addressed the nation. Now let's just go to Twitter a bit and see how Ndi responded to that tweet by Mutahi Ngunyi. Let's just go to David Ndi. Ndi responded in a very simple way. My friend Mutahi Ngunyi has been reduced to engaging catfish. This is how Sycophancy ends. And how we used to mock KANU professors together. I think during KANU era, Mutahi Ngunyi and Ndi used to mock the professor of politics who was Daniel Toroitich arap Moi. And I've also checked at the reactions of Kenyans on this particular matter. And I went to Boniface Mwangi, also got interested there. Boniface Mwangi posted something. He was actually responding to a tweet by Oliver Mathenge, for those who know Oliver Mathenge. So let me just get it. He was saying something here. Oliver Mathenge posted something that unfortunately Kenyans on these streets hide it well, but their tribal biases come out openly in this debate. I am sure no one would expect Kalonzo, Raila, and Ruto to go to Musi, Ramogi, or Kas respectively to discuss Corona in English. Then Boniface Mwangi indicated that none of them is President Oliver Mathenge. Kibaki was president for 10 years, but he never did such a thing. Uhuru should have sent CS Kagwe or a dog to do that. He is trying to rally his Kikuyu base in case infections increase. He can blame the citizen. I told you so. That's what the rest of the people are thinking. But what is my take? My take is very simple. President Uhuru Kenyatta, as the president of the Republic of Kenya, ought to be the symbol of national unity. And that symbol of national unity cannot be expressed by speaking in Kikuyu. The only way President Uhuru Kenyatta can show Kenyans that is the president of all Kenyans is by ensuring that whenever he makes appointments, those appointments reflect the face of Kenya. What has been happening of late is that the president would make appointments, and those appointments basically reflect the face of Mount Kenya. And some of the people speaking now have never raised any voice on that. On the matter of addressing the Kikuyus, let's face it, President Uhuru Kenyatta is currently the president of the Republic of Kenya courtesy of the Kikuyus. And that's why I went and checked on what Mutahi Kagwe posted, what Mutahi Ngunyi posted. Mutahi Ngunyi is the one who created that narrative, the narrative of tyranny of numbers. Remember, Raila had the support of the entire country. Then Uhuru and Ruto came together. So Mutahi Ngunyi came up with the narrative of tyranny of numbers. And that tyranny of numbers was basically to advance the theory that Kikuyus and Kalenjins can actually produce a president. And that aided to rigging in 2013. So the mere fact that Uhuru Kenyatta is the president of the Republic of Kenya, it means he's the president of the Republic of Kenya, courtesy of his support base, which is the Kikuyus. That's why I don't have any problem with Uhuru Kenyatta going to the Kikuyus and telling them in a language he can understand. I'm not sure whether Uhuru can speak any other language apart from Kikuyu, English, and Kiswahili. He's very fluent in Kikuyus and he's been doing this severally. But I only have one problem. The problem I have is that when Uhuru speaks in Kikuyu, there are people who feels he's made a mistake. Speaking in Kikuyu is not and will never be a crime. If Raila wants to address the Luos in vernacular, he can do that, as long as he's not mobilizing them against other tribes. If Ruto wants to mobilize the Kalenjins against a cause, then I think he should just be allowed. But what should not be allowed is using these tribal groupings to advance hatred amongst community, which the president was not doing. Let's face it, by President Uhuru Kenyatta announcing that the entry into Nairobi and outside Nairobi will not be allowed, the group which is affected the most is the Kikuyu. The Kikuyu are the most affected by that announcement. They normally hawk in town, they do business, stay in their home, and then come to Nairobi to do their businesses. Already they are grounded. Take for example Matatu sector in Nairobi. Almost 80%, if not 90%, are owned by Kikuyus. Majority of them, even youthful people operating as conductors and the rest. Now you are telling them all this has been grounded. So Uhuru must go to them and speak to them, appeal to their hearts and tell them, I'm doing this for your good. The Matatu circles playing Nairobi, Kisumu, to Western, to other parts of the country, most of them are owned by Kikuyus. If you go to those exhibition centers in town where people sell second-hand clothes, Mtumba businesses in Kikomba, chances are that Kikuyus are the majority. And these are the people who voted for President Uhuru Kenyatta. What is wrong with President Uhuru Kenyatta going to these people and explain to them in a language they can understand, rallying them? Because this virus, the coronavirus, is real. Let's not hide anything. The coronavirus is real. And if you want to know it's real, it's already reached Kisii here. And soon, even people coming to Kisumu here, those matatu flying that route should actually be stopped. So I don't see any problem or mistake which President Uhuru Kenyatta committed by rallying his community around the coronavirus. To me, it's just in order. The only time people like David Indi, people like David Indi, people like Boniface Mwangi should come out openly is when the president is making tribal appointments. You remove Akisi at Kenya Ports Authority, then you replace with a Kikuyu. That's the only time. But on the issue of corona, personally, I never voted for President Uhuru Kenyatta. But I think as far as dealing with the coronavirus in this country, the president has done his best. The government of Kenya has done its best as far as fighting this virus. And you must also understand President Uhuru Kenyatta. This is a man who is facing rebellion from his backyard. People like Moses Kuria were going to take advantage of this situation to rally the community against President Uhuru Kenyatta. So in my view, the president just did the right thing. Let me just take, for example, what Moses Kuria just posted, I think today on Facebook. Very interesting. Moses Kuria Because the president banned movements in and out of Nairobi, Moses Kuria is already playing politics with that. Because of that ban, there's no way parliament was going to operate. Some of them are outside Nairobi. So how are they going to make it to Nairobi? Some of them, most of them are already on the ground. So Moses Kuria is already saying here, the cancellation of the special sitting of the National Assembly and the Senate, both of them located within Nairobi metropolitan area, have nothing to do with COVID-19. It is a ploy to implement taxation measures, supplementary budget, and 3 trillion estimate without nuisance of parliamentary approval by these noisy politicians. Even the Congress in the USA is still meeting to approve Trump COVID measures. If you want to spend money without parliamentary approval, say it openly. We did not come with the railways. You see, if the mere fact that parliament will not be meeting is enough ground for Moses Kuria to accuse the president, what about this particular ban on what about this particular lockdown of Nairobi, which is affecting the Kikuyus? Moses Kuria was going to start going to funerals and making the loudest noise how President Uhuru Kenyatta is fighting the ordinary Kikuyus. So in my view, the president did not make any single mistake by appealing to the Kikuyu nation. My view, other leaders should follow suit. What stops Musalia Mudavadi from going to Mulembe FM, for example? What stops Raila Odinga from going to Ramogi or Lulu FM? Nothing. What stops William Ruto from going to CAS and those other vernacular stations? Nothing. What stops Kalonzo Musyoka from going to Musi FM? Nothing. They must take leadership. They must rally the country. Kenyans are a peculiar lot. Kenyans really are people who don't listen. They ignore every other thing until when it's already too late. So this is the time for these guys to follow what President Uhuru Kenyatta has done. Personally, I use this platform to tell people to listen to what the government is telling them. Because on this matter, the only person you can trust is the government. I'm sure the government cannot lie. The government cannot decide just to lock airports, to lock matatu businesses from Nairobi. They can't just do that. But because it's a serious matter, they have done so. So let us just follow some of these regulations. I don't know what you think, but I just wanted to make a brief comment on the president's ban on matatus in this country. On the president's ban, lockdown or cessation of movements in and out of Nairobi. Thank you so much. And if you're bumping on this video for the first time, just do me a favor, hit the subscribe button so that next time we produce a video like this, you get notified. And to the subscribers, I want to continue. Thank you guys for your continued support. Without that support, this channel will not be where it is today. Thank you guys, and please, may you have a good day.